Okay, doke. Guess what time it is? It is full body fun time. Let's work out our whole selves. Coach Jelena right here. You ready, set, and warm up time, everybody. Let's get some lateral reaches in. And again, we're doing that full body workout for today. Let's get a little bit of everything. This is a nice awakening stretch, keeping the chest square to forward while you feel that nice long stretch all the way down your side. Our workout pattern for today is a 2-station freestyle. So the first 2 stations have 2 moves at them. We're gonna go for 35 seconds each exercise and 3 rounds. And we're gonna keep that same pattern for the freestyle, but the freestyle station has 4 moves at it. So obviously that's gonna feel like a longer station while we're doing those 35 seconds and 3 rounds. Windmills are next. Let's go for straight legs and then open up the chest, squeeze the back. So we're getting a little something out of the back while we're warming up those hips, a little on the glutes and hamstrings. Feels good on that windmill. Maybe you're going a little quicker, giving yourself a little breeze right here. I like it, feels good. Alrighty, so now that we know the pattern and we know what we're working, a little bit of everything, you guys have the know-how, and just after a couple more warm-ups, I will be showing you, and if you need to modify that jumping jack, you're right here. After a couple more warm-ups, this one and one more, you're gonna cycle back through all 4 of those moves, and I'm gonna show you demonstrations of the exercises we'll be doing for today. So go ahead and pay attention to those, take cues on what you might need to know, or maybe if you're working with an injury, what version you might be doing. Nothing wrong with that. If you have to modify, no shame in that. Whether it's always or temporarily, butt kicks is our next one. If you're marching through this one, flex that heel, take it to the glute. No shame in modifying. We all have to do it at some point. Paying attention to your body is key. So we want to make sure we're not over modifying or under modifying, and we get that nice sweet spot of solid challenging activity in. That's what we want. All right, last few seconds here, and you're going to go back to your lateral reaches, wide stance, and take it up and over. Okay, keep that going. I'm going to show you your moves here. So first one is a 4-point shoulder tap. So that means you're going to start with the knees down directly under the hips and the hands underneath the shoulders. So make sure you don't have your hands way out here unless this is how wide your shoulders are. So bring it in, and you're going to tuck under the toes and then pick up the knees, and then you're trying to tap the opposite hand, opposite shoulder without wavering those hips. Please move on to your windmills. So I'll show you this one from here, holding the hips super still right here. If you need to modify that one, then go ahead and give me a regular shoulder tap, either here, or if you need to be off the knees, you can. But I really want to encourage you to try that 4-point shoulder tap. Our next exercise that goes with that one at station 1 is a sprawl. So you're going to be in that high plank position again, just moving around here to get in the right spot. And then you're going to jump it in and hands up, chest up. Please move on to your jumping jacks. So instead of standing up, you're going to stay low, hop it out and in, and then hands up. If you're modifying, take it out and in, and then hands go up. If you can sit nice and low into it, great. If not, you need to be a little bit higher. That's okay too. Everybody's flexibility is different. And you're welcome to also step it back and hop it up, or hop it back and step it up. So it's like a nice little middle ground there. Our next one is a Y plank. So reaching those hands out. Please move on to your butt kicks. So you're gonna be reaching your hands out. So I'm gonna show this one to you from this position. Hands are nice and wide. So if you're gonna see me, feet are closer together. So if you were to see me from the ceiling, I'm making a capital Y. And if you wanna increase the difficulty, you take your hands out farther away. If you need to modify this one, you could be off your knees with your hips well in front of your knees, and then the hands wide out in front of the shoulders. And if you even start to slide, that's okay. Just try to keep it and hold as long as possible in that capital Y. Please move on to your lateral reaches. So that's kicking off station 2 there. The second move in station 2 is a broad jump with a cardio burpee. So we're gonna get low, swing those arms, big jump and land, and then right out into that cardio burpee. And then you could either rotate or flip and jump around. If you're modifying here, big low step, you can step it and step it in, or you can do half and half, remember, turn it around and you're ready for your next one. Okie dokie, windmills are next for your warm up. Now getting into that freestyle station, we got 5 pole squats and 1 tuck jump. So we're going to make sure we sit our hips back with the chest up for those pole squats, getting that nice small range of motion. After 5, we're gonna try to go into that tuck jump and then right back into our pole squats. If you need to modify, then you could do a little jump squat, or even that same thing, rolling to the toes and then back into your 5 pole squats. Alrighty, jumping jacks next. Skater hops is our next exercise. So with that one, you're gonna reach your leg back behind you long while you reach out the arm. Same side, same limb, same side limbs. You reach it and then hop. So reaching back behind you, keeping that front knee right over that front ankle of the left foot while you reach the right leg back. And if you need to take out the hop, that's your modification. We're gonna do right side for round 1, left side for round 2, and alternate half and half for round 3. Butt kicks is next here. Last couple exercises to show you, 5 plank jacks and 1 push-up. So here we are in our position for our plank jack and or our push-up. Hands are under shoulders. Remember not to be too wide. You're gonna hop it in and out for those plank jacks, or if you're modifying, you can tap it. After you get 5 in, you're doing 1 push-up and then coming back to those plank jacks. You're welcome to jump it out or tap it out, and if you need to modify, come down to the knees for the push-up and then come back for the plank jacks, jumping or tapping. Last one to show you, I think you just did your butt kicks, so move back to the lateral reaches unless you're on your butt kicks there. Final one to show you is walking on the ceiling. So if you want to engage your upper abs, your head is up, your shoulders are up, and you're gonna press up through the heels, right heel, left heel, trying to lift up the tailbone, working those lower abs with control. If you need to rest your head down, just make sure your shoulders are not up here, pressing up through the ceiling. And you're welcome to, if you need to get a little bit momentum and bring it a little bit more over towards your face and chest and head. Otherwise, more difficult would be keeping right over the hips. Okay, we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and grab your wrist guards if you need to for that 4-point position. If you don't feel warm, please replay the warm-up or pause it and get another round through. If you did 1 more of each, that's an additional 2 minutes. So if you need that extra 2 minutes, please take it, especially if you're feeling a little stiff or sore and you could use a little extra warm-up time. Okay, we're going 35 seconds on the clock here. Here we go, let's pump it up the jams. Sorry, they were a little low, so you'll be able to hear the timer hopefully a little bit better now. Alrighty. Hands under shoulders, tuck those toes under, ready? Here we go. Knees are up, and you're trying to grip with your core, grip with your toes, and keep your hips from swaying side to side. If you need to go a little bit wider with your feet, you can do that. That'll help you get a good base of support. Check those knees. Are they right underneath the hips? That's where you want them. If you're modifying, you can be doing regular shoulder taps off your toes or off your knees if you need to. Maybe that other one makes your hips a little too tight. Last few seconds here. Stay with us. Almost done with this one, or moving on to the next one. All right, we got those sprawls next. This is us in round 1, everybody. Here we go, starting off in that high plank position. Hop it in or step it in, hands up, hands back down underneath the shoulders. And there we go. If you're modifying by stepping it, there you go. And then hands up, chest up, and then back down. So you're changing your gaze each time. Downward here, and then up. Modification could be stepping through and then hopping back up. Or if you're comfortable hopping it back and then stepping it back up, you can do that. Your feet are landing wider than your hands here. Come on out and in, and then you're up. You're almost there, final few. Good, okay. Come on down for that 4-point. Here we go for round 2. Tuck those toes under. Knees are just a few inches above the floor while you do those shoulder taps. Let me show you from the front here. We have a nice flat back, the same plane. Your shoulders are on the same plane as your hips. You don't have your hips high up in the air. If you feel those knees lifting, try to reset yourself and just keep those knees hovering, like if you can, like 6 inches above the floor. You're almost there. Final few seconds. Minimize that sway. Woo! Oh yeah. Here we go. We're feeling it now. Let's go for that sprawl. Woo! Little stretch. Right here. High plank. Hop it in. Whoo! Don't call it a comeback. You are rocking it from the start of this 30-minute workout right here. Modify if you need to on that sprawl. Come on back out, bring it in. Make sure, especially if you're jumping, you're not dipping those hips down. We want to protect your back. There you go. Get that directional shift. You got this. Final few reps are coming in right here. Nice and hot. Almost. There you go. Okay, here's round 3, everybody. Come on down. Hands under shoulders. If you don't have wrist guards, you're just right here with those hands planted. Tuck up under. What you want to do with your core here is have that tuck up under like somebody was going to surprise tickle you or hit you in the stomach. You kind of tuck up under. You want that nice squeeze in the abdomen, drawing your navel to your spine. Watch those knees. Are they floating up? Reset. We want those knees right underneath the hips. You're almost there. 5 more seconds. Push through. Keep that steady tap. Almost there. Woo! Way to get that opposite hand to that opposite shoulder. Here we go for those sprawls. All right, high plank position. Bring it in. Those feet are coming in. Plant them nice and flat. They're coming in wider than the hands. If you're modifying, remember, you can always step it back and hop it up, or hop it back and step it up. That's a great middle ground instead of stepping through all the way. If you are stepping through all the way, please alternate which foot is leading so you get a little variety. In less than 10 seconds, everybody. Keep going with those sprawls. This is it. Final time on those sprawls. Be different, be awesome. Keep it going. Whew. All right. Way to go. We're gonna get 2 brand new moves in for station 2. Okay, that Y plank, you're gonna be in this position here in that high plank, either off the toes or off the knees. Ready, here's move number 1. Set and go. Hands are wider than your shoulders and they're out in front. So unlike our last 2 exercises, we want your hands out in front of your shoulders and wider than your shoulders. So you're a capital Y here. If you're modifying, you're off the knees, but the knees are well behind the hips. You don't want them right underneath like they were for the first station. Switch it up here, shoulders down away from the ears. Hold here, hold, be that strong Y. If it's sliding, keep holding, almost there. Woo! Good, you can kind of get a extra quiver and good feeling if you're sliding a little bit. Just make sure you're not gonna fall and hurt yourself. Let's go for that broad jump and cardio burpee next, everybody. Ready? Here we go. Get low, big swing, land it, and then right into that cardio burpee. You can flip it or rotate. Modification right here, nice and low. Step it out, or half jump, half step, and then flip it around. Breathe, land, out and in. Watch yourself. Remember, for that high plank position, as you take your feet back, make sure your hips don't stay high up in the air, nor do they dip down. Watch out for your back. Squeeze the core. Come on back in. You're doing it. Last few seconds to go. Woo! Good, you got this. All right. Okay, back to your Y plank. Why do it? Because it's so great. Okay, hands definitely wider than those shoulders. Feet are together. Challenge yourself here. If the position you're in is too easy, I encourage you to slide your hands forward a little bit or slide your feet back. Spread out those fingers if that helps you, or in this case, I'm going palms more together, whatever feels more supportive to your hands and fingers, and you can hold this position longer. Last few seconds, you're nice and flat, almost there. Woo! Nice. All right, that's a nice break to hold still after all the pumping right here that's happening. Whew, not really a break, you're still working, getting that active recovery action in. Big jump. If you're modifying, remember you're here. Big step, try to cover that ground, jump it or step it, bring it in back wide, and then come on up. You're doing it. Woo, whatever level you're at. This is a tough one. This one's definitely gonna get your heart rate up. Keep breathing through, go big. You're already at home, so you gotta go big. Final few seconds here. Finish up that rep or get half of one in, a little bit more. There it is. Okay. Final round right here. Y plank. Y for yowzer. Let's go on the floor here. Certain surfaces will slide more. So my hands on the carpet here slide, and not so much on the mat. So if you're enjoying controlling the slide, work with that. If you need it to hold still, then go ahead and change the surface you're working on. Wide hands. Whoo, take them out in front of the shoulders. You're in a nice flat plank. You got 6 seconds to go. Off the knees or off the toes. Hold it here, even if you're sliding, hold it, hold it. Good. Woo, okay, last one. We got that freestyle station coming up next. 4 brand new moves for you. In the meantime, let's rock that big, broad jump. Whoo. We gotta go bold. We gotta go bold right here. Big broad jump or big broad step. Nice work. You wanna work it. Good. Don't just practice always dialing it back and playing it safe. You wanna try to push yourself in a good, awesome, safe way. Feeling great, nice and invigorated. Go for it here. Whoo! Good, last couple seconds. Almost. There you go. Drink, everybody. Let's drink. And then we're gonna get 5 pull squats, 1 tuck jump. Alrighty. Okay. Ready for our pulses. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Pulse for 5 here. After 5, get your tuck jump in, tucking it up under, or if you're not doing a tuck jump, that's okay. Give me a jump squat, a land, and go right back in to those pull squats. If you're not leaving the ground for impact reduction, no problem. Roll to the toes and then come on back in. Do your best to land right out of that jump squat or that tuck jump, and then go right into the next one. You have to do a little adjusting for that tuck jump, but that jump squat especially, you can go right into it. All right, let's take the right leg back for skater hops. So it's going back straight, it's not a lunge, and then get that hop in. Right leg is reaching and right hand. So the left foot is staying stationary aside from that hop. Unless you're taking out the hop, that's okay. Reach it back. Nice. This is a balance challenge here. Really working and fatiguing that left leg while we reach back with the right here. You're getting it done. Keep believing in yourself. You can. You got to be your own cheerleader right here. Don't make me the only one that believes in you. All right, I do, but you need to too. Okay, here we go. 5 plank jacks, 5 jacks, and 1 push-up. Okay, hands under shoulders, hop it in and out, or if you're modifying, tap it. Go ahead and give me 5 taps or 5 jumps. After that, push up for 1, and then back in for those plank jacks. If you're modifying the push-up, knees are well behind, knees are well behind the hips, lower, and then press, and then come back up for your plank jack, jumping or tapping. Less than 10 seconds here. Good work. If you're off the knees, make sure they're not underneath the hips like we talked about. Think about going through those hands, forward and through. Okay, now we're on our back for the last one. We're gonna walk on the ceiling. If you have your head up, you're working your upper and lower abs more. press up through the heel. More difficult means those heels are right over those hips. If you need to, rest the head down, but make sure the shoulders are down. Press into the ground with your arms and then press on up. If you need a little help with this one, then you can press up in that direction versus straight up. Straight up is more difficult. You're trying to lift up that tailbone, so feel free to bend your legs and then press up through the heel. All right. Okay, we got 5 pulse squats and 1 tuck jump again. Breathe, and here we go. Into it for 5, and then hup, and then right into the next one. There you go. 5 pulse squats, nice small range of motion, and then you're up. Woo! You can get a jump squat in instead, and then land and go right into that next one. Big challenge here. Even if you're rolling to the toes, come on down and go right into those pulse squats. Our chest is up, our hips are back. We're working those pulses. Final few seconds to go here. There it is. All right. Skater hops on the other side now. So let's reach back that left leg and left arm and then hop or take out the hop. So it's a reach back straight leg and then a knee lift. And you're adding in that hop. If you can, draw in that knee, get a little hop. It's not a reverse lunge with that back leg. It's a straight leg reach back, and you're trying not to twist too much when you reach down. Bring your whole chest down, get low. Think of this leg getting some nice bending in for the stationary leg, that right leg. All right, we'll do half and half on the next round. Come on down for those 5 plank jacks and 1 push-up. There we go, hands underneath the shoulders. Plank jacks, either jumping or tapping for 5, and then push up off the knees or the toes. Think of yourself as a moving plank. Your hips and your chest are going down together and back up together. Whether you're jumping or whether you're tapping, and off the knees or off the toes, same thing. Down together and up together. Try to make sure you're not going down and then lifting your head without bringing your hips up. That's gonna pull on your low back. All right, on the back, speaking of the back, let's walk on the ceiling. We're gonna have a bend in the legs, press up through the heel. This is us wrapping up round 2, friends. So we only have 1 more of each exercise. Just 4 more moves after this. Whoo! Good, and we're done with our stations. Moving on into that finisher and gonna call it a great day. We're getting that good sweat in. Rest your head down if you need to. Just make sure you press your shoulders into the ground if you're doing that. Don't add tension in that collarbone and neck. Final few seconds to go. Press up, right heel, left heel, right in the center. Up, almost. Woo! Okay, last time, let's go ahead and get a sip of water before our final round. Last time on that, 5 pulse squats and 1 tuck jump. All right, we're gonna put some heart into this one. Here we go. All right, pulsing. You can pulse in that middle ground or a little bit more upper or nice and low. After your 5, you're getting in that tuck jump or that jump squat and then going right back to your 5 pulses. So jump squat, tuck jump, or that roll to the toes if you're modifying there, and then come right back down. There it is. Whichever one you're doing, hype it up. Nice, easy landing. There you go. Chest is up. Almost there. Boom. Final few. All right, we're gonna do half and half now. Take the right leg back for that skater hop. Right leg and right arm reaching down. We're keeping our chest square to the floor, trying to keep that front knee right over that front ankle. So on the left side there, left knee staying over the left ankle. We got a few more seconds on this side. 3, 2, switch, left leg going back, left hand reaching down. If you're modifying, you're here, reaching without the hop. Otherwise, get that pump in the arms, catch a little air, and then boom, right into the next rep. Almost there. Keep that pump. You got it. Whoo! Okay, come on down for your 5 plank jacks and 1 push-up. We're nice and flat here, so hips aren't up in the air, nor are they too low for your plank jack. Nice and flat, out and in, jump it out or tap it out for 5, and then push-up time, moving plank, and back in. If you're modifying off those knees, that's totally fine. Make sure your hands aren't way out in front here, nor are your hands turned in. We don't want those fingertips turned in. Try to keep them forward, because then you're gonna be able to point the elbows to those back corners. Think of the top of your head to the elbows being an A shape. All right, last one, everybody. Let's walk on the ceiling. Whew. You can have your head up, keeping a fist size between your chin and your chest, trying to reduce that plop down if you can of the hips. If you're just getting the move down and the plop happens, that's totally okay. You can also rest your head down, press into the ground with those arms, shoulders down and up. More difficult would be keeping the feet right over the hips, going straight up. If you need to though, bring it over the chest. You're almost there. This is it. Count it right here. Bonus points for those final few seconds. All right. Woo. Okay. Just a little sip of water for our finisher. We're gonna do 20, we have 3 exercises. We're gonna do 20 reps of each one, then 15 reps of each one, and then 10 of each one. You may or may not get through all of the reps, but we'll do our best. So frog hops is the first one. We'll go for 20. So 4 frog hops. You can put your hands flat on the ground if you don't have wrist guards, or if you need those, your hands are still right underneath the shoulders here in that high plank position, and then you're gonna hop it in for that frog hop and then hop it back. Notice I'm going wide for that frog hop, wider than my hands, and then back out. If you're modifying, then you can step it in for the whole thing, or you know what I'm gonna say, half and half. Could be a hop up and a step back, or a hop back and a step up. So that's your frog hop. Trying to minimize the bob up and down of your hips. So 20 of those, then we'll do 20 jumping jacks. So it'll be nice to go right into that one and modify here if you need to for 20. And then you'll do a lateral jump squat. So for that one, we're going to take it to the side, toes are forward, take it to the side, jump squat, that's 1. Take it to the side, jump squat, that's 2. So we'll go to 20, then 15 of each, then 10 of each. All right, I'm gonna put a few minutes on the clock here for our finisher. Grab that final sip of water. If you need one in the middle, you can take it, but we're trying to get through this. It's our final last burst of energy. So dig deep right here. Here we go for our frog hops in 3, 2, let's go. Hands under shoulders, hop it up and back, or you're modifying and stepping it up and back, or you're doing the half and half, hop up, step back, or you're gonna hop back and step it up. After you get 20 of these in, you're moving on to 20 jumping jacks. After those 20 jumping jacks, you're doing 20 of those lateral jump squats, a lateral hop, and then a jump squat. If you need to roll to the toes for that jump squat, you can. Get all 20 in right here. After you get 20 in, we got those jumping jacks for 20. Woo! Good work, good work. Count yourself out here. I'm losing track, doing what I can. You got this. If you need to modify that jumping jack, you're right here. And then the final one, lateral step hop, jump squat, and then back. Good. Every one counts as one. We're going for 20 here. Woo! Nice work, friends, nice work. You're going for it. If you're modifying here, roll to the toes, low step, if you can. Good work. All right, going to town. Keep at it. After you get 20 in right here, you're going back to those frog hops, but now you're doing 15. Get as far as you can with that countdown. All right, we already have a minute and a half done. We are halfway through with the timer. Keep breathing. The finisher is supposed to be tough. Modify when you need to, or if you're new to these moves, keep breathing. Nice job. If you're on the frog hops and you need a breath, you could always do a few and then take a little breather, and then do a few back to your count. Maybe you do 3 or 2 or 5, and then get back into it. Here we are, friends, in our final minute of our finisher. Woo! Give your body that energy. You're doing great. If you're stepping in and out on those frog hops, alternate what your lead leg is. Breathe, breathe, breathe. All 15 is next. Good. We did 20s of each. Now we're doing 15. Jump it out or tap it out. Woo! Okay, final 35 seconds is here. See what you can do. Get done what you can. You're on it. Woo! All right, keep at this. Let's see that determination coming through. Woo! Good. If it's a cloudy day, let that determination poke through like a ray of sunshine. Woo! You might have a sunshiny day. Whatever kind of day you're having, let's have it right here. Go for it. Woo! Good. Take it. Turn it into fuel. You got 5 seconds to go. Keep believing. Keep breathing. Final few. Almost there. Woo! All right. Nice job. Breathe for me. We pumped it on that finisher. Whew. Okay, let's take a drink of water and then get a few stretches in together, and you're welcome to do more yourself, or you can replay the ones that we did and do those again another round or two. Or if you know your favorite stretch, you are always welcome to throw in your favorite stretch. Grab something if you need balance help. Let's go ahead and put the left shoelaces in the left hand, and let's keep the knees close together. You can even press the hip forward here. If you need to, if this one's hard for you to get into position for, maybe you have short arms that's a little tough, you can always put the top of your foot, so where the shoelaces are, on a surface, as long as you feel that stretch in your quad. You can definitely do that. Maybe on the arm of a chair or a couch. That can help you do that. Try not to just give up on a stretch because it's tough for you, especially if you know that you can do that, or those muscles that switch sides. Right shoelaces in the right hand. Keep those knees close together. Hip can go forward. If you know that you need that stretch, or you could just make a couple of adjustments to be able to do that stretch, to perform that stretch, I want to encourage you to kind of get creative and find a way to make it work. Of course, it's a little tough after a hard workout. Your mind is focusing on mellowing out your body and breathing again, and kind of adapting, because it's like, is she gonna do more of that stuff again? Do I need to get ready for that? So having that kind of readiness and mental work already going on in your mind, that is normal. So it's hard to think sometimes after a tough workout, but when you can, you want to try to think about what's best for your body and making little adjustments. Especially, let's go ahead and sit crisscross applesauce and then come forward. You can kind of round the back and let the head drop. Whew. We will do the other side for this stretch, and then one more, and call it a good day. So we are wrapping up here with the stretches, because we're trying to keep it buttoned up with the timing. But please do more stretches. Make time for that. Very important. Switch which leg is on top, so that one's going to feel a little unnatural because it's not your usual way of sitting crisscross applesauce. Nice workout today. That was a good high level of challenge. So doing boot camp takes some getting used to, and I tell you what, I've been doing these workouts for a few years now, and they are still tough for me. So that's the sign of a good workout. So if you are noticing how tough they are, whether you're new to it or maybe you've been doing this for a couple months now, a couple weeks, then you're in the normal ground of it being challenging just about every time. So our last stretch here, so we're gonna open up, squeeze those shoulder blades together, shoulders down, really stretch and open up the chest while you squeeze that back. Woo! Good, good, good. So yeah, that should be an encouraging thing, because you wouldn't want it to be something that you tried 10 times and then the 11th time it's easy, because then you probably wouldn't continue doing it. We want to keep that awesome high level of challenge. Some workouts you're going to be like, I got this, depending on how much sleep you got, or maybe it's your favorite style of workout. Other ones are going to be like, woo, this is taking a lot out of me. And that happens to the best of us, all of us, myself included. And so way to give it your all, and bring what you got to the table and give it whatever version of 100% you had for today. Nice work.